Today, we've got several games ready to go for you. I think all in total, we're going to be streaming 8 different games, and we're looking to get started here on Legion Garden with Logix and Sky as well. Now, Logix, we talked about this before the stream. Flav, Logix is also known as Greed, and he's a high schooler from Laverne, Tennessee.
That's correct, yeah. So we're really looking forward to seeing this high school talent coming in here, just to showcase the talent that's in high schools around the region. So we're going to be looking specifically at him just to see, how he compares to our team captain here, Sky. I think this is going to be a very interesting match, especially starting out on this Widowmaker. We're going to see some hit scan prowess coming in here.
Yeah, you're going to see right away the mechanics of both players, and if they've got that ability to quickly flick onto their target and take them down here, and both just really feeling out this initial game pretty slowly, slowly moving up the map here. Not a whole lot to commentate on yet, but we'll see pretty soon. I think one of them is going to get a little bit of a sight line here. Playing Widowmaker, this is, Flavis, if it's me, I'm immediately done. Like, it's over if we're doing Widowmaker.
Yeah, half the battle here is just getting sights in. Sky actually saw him, so Sky has the advantage now knowing where Logix is, and there they are.
Yeah, the first shot's traded out. Sky only took 2 to take him down, and that's 1-0 to open this game. Thank you again for everybody for tuning in. If you missed the rest of the action this week as we go into the Mercy round.
This is exactly what I wanted. Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what I wanted. We made sure to enable all heroes this time. The past couple years we did not do that, so we're going to get some really fun matchups today, and I especially wanted to see a Mercy 1v1, and I'm so happy that we get that in our first game here today. That's going to be great.
Well, nobody can, this is the meme Mercy battle for sure. The meme Mercy Murray State mashup as Sky just dishes out these shots to begin with. Just moving forward for cover. Logix dipping behind as well. Both of them hitting each other, but not enough damage output right now as the health keeps ticking back up. And really just playing behind cover here. Sky's the only one that's out in the open, and I'm surprised they haven't been pushing forward. This one might go to the control point opening up, and just depends on who's going to be, I guess, play the game of chicken here.
Yeah, definitely. And like you said, that health is just going to keep regenning, so they really need to try to get this done quick with those headshots. But Sky, getting close there. Logix need to play conservatively here.
Yeah, I think Sky's strategy right now is, he's going to close the distance a little bit, actually, and play closer to that cover. I thought maybe just stay on the control point and keep Logix back a little bit, as now they've gone in a circle around the other side, and now the tables have flipped, so to speak, but neither one really getting the shots here. Oh, the health is low for Sky, though. Oh, Logix with the melee. And Sky falls 1-1, and man, you couldn't ask for a more fun start to this.
Yeah, and then we get Bastion. Oh, this is amazing. Yeah, this is going to be great. Did you intend to make a Skyfall pun there, by the way? I don't know if that was intentional.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
sure. Okay.
I'm glad somebody noticed. I was hoping everybody was paying attention.
Yeah. But yeah, like you said, some great skins from both of them. Logix actually running the new Coffin Bastion, which I am a big fan of, and both of them going on this right side here, so this is going to be a pretty close quarter encounter for both players.
Shots immediately coming out, but Logix will repair, and Sky as well. Not a whole lot of damage on his side, and really I think it's going to come down, Flav, if I'm being honest, I think it's going to come down to that turret form and just placing up right as the person comes around the corner. I think that's going to be how this ends. If I had
definitely.
To guess.
Yeah, I think it might depend on who just gets to the point and turrets up first. As long as the other person can't just do enough chip damage, but Logix is in a great position here. I think he knows where Sky is, right behind that barricade, and he saw his little hand come out the side, so from that wave, he knows exactly where he is. Now, Sky's in a little bit of a predicament. He gets through, so he can close the distance here, but I think Logix is going to be waiting for him.
Yeah, well, Sky will have heard those footsteps, actually, as Logix moves closer, and Sky was there lying in wait, but fortunately that was well run by Logix, and there it is, like I said. Sky just laying in wait right at the perfect moment as he comes around that corner. Nothing he can do. 2-1. And it's the battle of the monkeys.
This is great. These are all of the 1v1s that I wanted to see. Especially the Winston 1v1 is essentially who gets like the shock and the punch in first from the leap. That's pretty much who's gonna win here, unless they just both, just do the regular tase battle and don't go any melees or anything. But This is going to be pretty funny watching this battle ensue here, because the shields don't do anything either, since they're both running Tesla cannons. So
Yeah.
the shield really isn't going to help either player, but we'll probably see them come down just in case.
Can we get a poll going in chat? If it's quick enough, this round might be over. Who's gonna fall off the map first here?
Yeah, that's a possibility for sure.
I think it could happen as somebody tries to escape. Both shields going down, but like you said, completely useless. And now just holding that M1 button, who's gonna make it out here first? The melees are in as well. Sky backs off. Logic's at 214 health, and Sky going for cover here in this little pagoda.
And an important note here is that there are no health packs on the map since this is a 1v1.
Yeah, and there it is. Sky just not enough health, really, but Logic's so low on that health. It was a close one, but that's going to tie it up as we head into the next round, which... Oh, well, here we go. This will be another interesting one.
Yeah,
Speaking
definitely.
of Sky here.
Yeah, exactly. And Sky, definitely known for his Pharah prowess with the gold team, so Logic's maybe coming down here. This one is definitely favored towards Sky, at least in my opinion, so we'll see how these two players interact.
Now, so you say that, Flav, but historically in the past, when people have had their mains or their best characters, they ended up, they've lost. There it is again! Logic's coming out on top. Oh, that's great. I think it was last year you were playing Ana, and that was your main at the time, at least. And
that's correct.
You lost, and some other people lost on theirs as well. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, interesting one here with the Battle of the Zenyatta. We'll see how this goes here. The mechanics, of course, important with the projectile hero. So we'll see who can. I think, again, kind of like the Bastion, I think it's going to come down to that kind of right click and charging up those orbs, and just one tap of those, I think, is going to be it.
Yeah, definitely. And this is, again, another battle of the, the information. So both of them showing volleys, so they both know exactly where each other are, but not for sure. And especially if someone can land a Discord orb, that essentially gives you wall hacks on your enemies. So if either one of these players can do that, they're going to be way ahead in the information game, but they're not quite in range to take care of that quite yet.
Yeah, both far enough away, but there it is. The Discord from Logix comes out first, and now he can get closer, knowing exactly where he needs to be. Sky's just going to play this corner and actually has no information that the Logix has moved up, and there he is. He's taken by surprise. The Discord orb is in, but he's already at 20 health, and great work from Logix. And that was, like you said, the game of information there.
Yeah, definitely. And that was great work from Logix to just sneakily go up to that corner there and do it. But, ooh, this is going to be a great battle, too. Especially with Lijiang Tower. On this map especially, there's going to be some environmental kill opportunities. Hook them over to a corner and then just let them fall into the drink. Definitely a possibility. We'll see here who has the better hook accuracy.
Well, I think we've done a good job of making this October theme so far, Halloween theme, because in the chat I had to laugh. This guy's saying that Logic scared the daylights out of him. So, we're just keeping up with the Halloween theme, but Roadhog duel out early, just a little bit of damage from both sides. And, of course, being able to heal up is really going to prolong this fight. Yep. I mean, this is going to be maybe going to ults, maybe going to the control point. I don't know exactly yet.
Well, the interesting thing with Roadhog is that if you land a hook while they're mid-heal, it actually cancels the heal. So that's a great way to counter the healing for the players. So we're going to see if we can have any of that interaction, but they may just be going for full damage at this point.
Well, and here's the thing. Both of them really smart players, as you can tell by their movement and just playing the cover. So even if they're going to get those hooks out, they're going to have to really make sure they get them. And there's one hook, but nobody was healing at the time. And Sky, with 270 health, as his heal pack is on a cooldown, was unable to do it. And there it is. That's round one, done and dusted already. And the high schooler actually kind of coming out. I think we have a history with this as well. High schoolers performing
definitely
very well.
Yep, and it looks like, according to the school reporting, that Gerald, the other high schooler, actually won his game as well. So high schoolers both coming out on the wins here in the first round, so definitely what you love to see. I think we're going to send it to a quick break just to make sure that the bracket is all good and organized, and then we will be back with the second round. Thank you.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Murray State University Esports Twitch stream for Homecoming 2021. I'm Woogie, joined with Flabfilth. We are here for the Overwatch Mystery 1v1 tournament to close out our Homecoming weekend. If you're just tuning in, you missed a great game between just two players that were really, honestly, the scoreline, Flav, you
Hmm.
you said this, I think, at the end of it. You were like, I really like five. Like, it was surprising because, at least for me, it felt a lot closer. Greed, aka Logic's, moving on after a 5-2 victory over Sky, Sky from the Overwatch Gold team. But
Hmm.
yeah, that felt closer than the scoreline showed.
Yeah, definitely. And as you can see here on the bracket, we've got a lot of like 5-1, 5-2s. I was not expecting that, to be honest. It looked like we had a pretty even bracket, especially towards the top. But maybe these high schoolers are throwing a little bit for the loop here, and winning their matches pretty decisively. So I'm going to be specifically looking at the outcome of the Greed Chief battle that we're not going to be streaming, but is also happening right now. So that's going to be an interesting one to see how this goes out. After we do this round, then we'll go to the winners finals, and then after that we will go to the losers bracket. So after that game, there's going to be a lot of stakes just to keep these players in the tournament, and I'm really looking forward to it. But I think we will get going here on Echo
Yeah.
Point, Antarctica in the winter style, and that is one of my favorites.
Well, Flav, more to your point about the score lines, I think maybe the RNG we have to consider here. We saw some of the chat in Discord about hero selection in the other game, and let's see if it plays out here. We've got Brodo versus Gerald. Gerald, a high schooler as well. Gerald comes into this from Dutchtown High School in apparently Hampton, Georgia, if I researched that correctly. So all the way down from Georgia. So thank you for participating. That's really awesome, and hopefully we can bring more high schoolers into these events to hang out and play some esports as the early salvo of missiles comes out here and trading defense matrices. And Flav, you may agree with me here. I think this will be a battle of who manages those abilities, but instantly demech Brodo, he's in trouble now.
Yeah, and Gerald has so much health left. I think this is done and dusted unless he can get a remech on him for some reason. Oh, okay. Oh, he didn't opt for it.
Brodo demeching just in time and getting back in the mech suit. Now Gerald just trying to survive, able to remech in time and trading it back and forth.
Okay, this one might go on for a while. Okay, there we go. That's an interesting thing that I didn't think about before, especially when we get divas. The last time we did this, she didn't have the 250 damage on the recall ability, so we could see some Goomba stomps actually this time, which would be pretty funny after that.
Well, we've got now Brodo and Gerald both on the Baptiste. And this one is another one. Of course, anytime you play a support character, it could prolong it a little bit, but we'll kind of just see how they manage those abilities. Brodo moving inside, just waiting to kind of hear any movement as Gerald continues to wait on the high ground. And Brodo's actually making some decent moves here, but maybe going to give away the position here. And Gerald now, as they both leap into the air, trading damage. Able to keep each other healed. There's the healing aura popped by Brodo, but the shot's not landing as Gerald's strafing is very, very good. His movement, Flav, I'm really impressed by him so far.
Yeah, definitely. And we see both of these players using the exo boots to their full extent. I think they may have lost sight on each other for a little bit, but that regen burst from Brodo is going to show where he is. So Gerald knows exactly where to go and where to pounce.
Gerald missing some shots, even though the movement is there. I like the strafes and just not landing the shot that he needs. Immortality field pop so that maybe he can push in and get a little more damage, and played on the corner very smartly so that he can go around both sides. Good hop over the top of Brodo, hopping away as well, getting behind cover. And this one may go the distance here to the control point. 30 seconds, but there it is. Brodo taken down from behind by Gerald. 2-0.
Yeah, that was a great play there by both of them. As I mentioned before, they used the exo boots to the fullest extent, but like you highlighted a couple times, I think the strafing really just came out there from Gerald and helped him hold on to a little bit more HP than Brodo. So they move on to the Sigma, which is going to be, again, another battle of just how much resources, right? They have the shield, they have the rock, they have the gravitic, the little mini black hole, I forget what it's called exactly, but looks like Brodo has opted for the low ground here.
Yeah, Brodo taken by surprise, actually. Gerald just on that high ground has full advantage and awareness right now. Shield pop by both players, and once those shields are done, it's really just about repositioning. When you don't have a whole team able to spam damage and shield break there, Brodo trying to get to the high ground, able to do so. Rock blocked just in time. Brodo blocking in return. And with half health, he's going to have to back off here, or almost half, excuse me, as he drops low. And Brodo in trouble as the melee comes out now and taken down for a 3-0 so far.
Yeah, that was perfect plays there from Geralt, especially like you highlighted that rock denial with the shield. That was perfect, and then he used his own rock to deny that ability from Brodo. So the 12-year in battle coming in, so we actually have 4 players in the lobby currently, with both players having a turret. So this is going to be very interesting, both of them lobbing them down, but I think Brodo's is going to have the advantage since his was put down first.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's this is an interesting one. Everybody loves the Torb battles. Gerald in a lot of trouble, actually, already. Taking a lot of damage, and now Brodo just continuing to do so, but the turret placed down, quickly dealt with, and both players just standing off. Oh, actually, Gerald turning it around.
Wow.
Well done. Brodo wasting the opportunity, 4-0, and that's match point.
Yeah, that was a perfectly placed E from Geralt there. Pressing that E, giving him some additional armor, but now the Symmetra coming in. We're seeing a lot of cheese today, and I love it so much. An early teleport coming up from Geralt to give him some early positioning. Brodo, not necessarily knowing where he's at.
Yeah, Geralt over here on the right-hand side, and just using that teleporter to get up on this part of the high ground, but at the same time, Brodo does have a little bit more cover. Geralt now out in the open, taking a little bit of damage from that little sim turret there, and really, man, this is going to be, I think, more of a standoff than even with the support players. You would kind of hope maybe, the thing with Symmetra is you want to play with portals, right? Like, you want to be bouncing around, but I think in this situation, it's going to be a lot of just standing in one spot. Yeah,
and a big battle with this character, actually, is seeing who gets down to their actual HP first. As you can see, they have that blue health bar, and that regens, but that regular health doesn't. But Gerald, always 1 HP!
One.
Oh my goodness gracious. That was great.
1 HP in a dream, man. I thought perhaps he could do it, but Brodo capitalized, and there's the new Genji skin. Gotta love it. This is another one, Flav. I'm forfeiting this round. If I get Genji, it's just so hard.
Yeah, especially as a hit scan, like support player myself, Genji just doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah, like you said, we'd just be giving up. But it looks like they're gonna actually go in and try to do something good here. Deflect coming up from Gerald.
Brodo's got the deflect as well, and really just trading back and forth at this point. 92 HP for Gerald, and one more hit, or maybe 2 will do it. Brodo really in trouble to reflect as well as he backs off, and that will close it out. With Gerald, the high schooler, both high schoolers continuing to move on so far. I don't know if we have a score update quite yet from the other one, but Gerald, well, that's the pose you want to send it out on. What a game from him, and we'll see the play of the game on the Baptiste.
Yeah, like we highlighted earlier, a lot of good strafing coming out from both sides here, but Geralt just a little bit better recoil management as well, so he got the W with the 5-1. Fantastic plays there, and we will be back shortly with the next round.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Murray State University Esports Twitch stream for today. I'm Woogie, back with Flav Filth as we head into the next rounds, and we are approaching the point where we dive into the losers bracket. We've got one more game before we do so, and this will decide who's headed to the kind of winners bracket final. Geralt versus Greed, aka Logix, and both of these players. This is the battle of the high schoolers, Flav.
Yeah, definitely. And this is not really something I expected to see. These players just, coming out of nowhere and making their way to the winners finals here. So this should be a pretty tough battle. Hopefully a 5-4, something like that. That would be pretty exciting. But yeah, I think the lobby is ready, so we're just going to go right into it.
Sounds good. We're playing on Nepal, and I think we are ready to go here. And Greed, aka Logix, coming out with that 5-2 win over the Chief, and both players have that momentum coming into this now, and we're gonna go right away. This should be exciting with these two players and the skills they have on Widowmaker.
Yeah, definitely. This is going to be really great for both of them. Looks like the lobby took a second to get started there, and we'll start on Sombra, of course.
There we go. Well, a little false preview, and this will be a bunch of boops. I think we had a duel of Sombras in another game that wasn't streamed earlier, and that's what I saw in the chat. Just a lot of boop spamming, so we'll see if that happens here. Interesting for me that Logix is kind of waiting right now to play that transponder to teleport back. Gerald, I'm not sure if he's played his yet. Logix just kind of looking out, and there we go. That is placed down and just hanging out on the control point.
I know who's been naughty.
No, there's my favorite voice line.
Well, both of them using those voice lines to kind of suss each other out among us as they both play around the point here. Logix going camo and now going to kind of dip out to the side, actually, but the fire catches him off guard. He's in trouble now as the health dwindles, and there's the melee. Gerald with the first blood of this match, 1-0.
Yeah, it was great plays there. I'm actually kind of surprised there because Logix came out of Cloak first, so usually that means you get the first bit of damage, but as we saw, wasn't able to pick up the W. So as we saw with the other match before, the Zenyatta matchup, going to be a battle of information, battle of the volleys. We'll see if we can get a one-tap volley. Typically those don't happen in 1v1s. Just because you don't have the information about which corner they're going to, but now that I said that, it'll probably happen right here.
Well, and then, but see, then you accidentally, or then you said it will happen, so now
yes,
it
of
won't
course.
happen. And if you say it, it's going to just continue to go back and forth. The caster's curse never ends. It actually, I thought it was going to happen there, but not enough. Coming around that corner, Logix just kind of fried here, and this is going to be a Discord orb for one of them very soon. Missing the volley. There's the orb of Discord from Geralt, and Geralt is taken down, actually, as Logix comes out of that one, tying it up 1-1.
Yeah, perfect placement there. Again, just a battle of the volleys, but it came down to more of a regular one-shot fight there, rather than the volleys. So great up close and personal battle, and Logix was able to pick up the W there. So gonna see, this is gonna be interesting with Reaper positioning because this map is fairly open, but also closed and close quarter at the same time. So we'll see if they do any long range chip damage, or they just may get on top of each other and use the shooty shotguns.
And right now, nice little tap there from Logix and a spray to cap that one off as he had jumped through the door there. And now both players continue to push forward. Logix, he's going to float away, but he still only has 86 health. And jumping off that corner, he has managed to lower the health and get the kill. What a play from Logix.
Those were two huge headshots there right after one another. That was perfect. Great placement there, using that little shelf to get you some high ground. and then lining up that crosshair for those headshots. And we're going to actually see quite the opposite here with this Tracer 1v1. You know, with Tracer, you got those blinks, you can be super mobile. But again, I think this close quarter battle is going to pretty much decide it. And from the looks of it, Logic sort of has the upper hand in these close quarter battles. So maybe if Gerald wants to, you know, get this success going, he needs to stick to long range. And we'll see if that holds true in this round.
Here comes the battle, 2-1. Logix is in trouble with recalls to get some of that health back, and there's the recall as well. Gerald now behind cover, just trying to get out of this tricky situation. 66 for Logix, turning around and back and forth, and they're all over each other right now. 6 health for Logix, and there it is. Gerald turning it around and tying it up. And this is quite the matchup, the one that we've needed all day here.
Yeah,
really close one as we head into the Brigetti Spaghetti round.
Mm-hmm. This is going to be very fun. I hope that they go to the middle and just try to bonk each other off. That would be hilarious.
They're both thinking it. Everybody's thinking it when you play Lucio or Brigitte on this map. That's what you're wanting to go for. Roadhog as well. That's all that's on your mind. So hopefully they'll deliver.
Yep, we'll see here. I'm interested to see if they both go to the right side here from Gerald's perspective. No, Gerald's opting to go to the left. So I hope this fight goes to the point, like I said. We'll see if either of them are willing to do that, but a lot of fights just happen on this top right stairs here. Oh, great play from Logix, though. He denies Gerald, and Gerald has actually lower HP, so Gerald starting from not a great place, both missing their flails again, so this is going to be great for Logix.
Ooh, the shield bash was in from Logix, and he managed to get enough damage going, and Gerald has to back up here and be careful, and needs to land a few blows, and missing that rocket flail there is... Now the shield is up, both stunning each other. That's what you want to see. That's funny. As Logix is still on top. Wow, Gerald in a lot of trouble, taken down 3-2. And yeah, really interesting. You know, kind of disappointed nobody went for the boop off there, unfortunately.
Now, here we go. We're going to see who falls off first, right? Just like last time with the Winstons, now we're going to see who falls off first with the hamster balls. So this is going to be pretty funny, I hope. These 1v1s are always pretty wacky. The weird grapple shots, the weird, you know, the rolls and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, looking for visual on the left, but didn't hear him until the last second. And now Logix was the first kind of here to really take damage, and there's the slam. I thought maybe he would have been over. A slam in return, both shields popped, and now Logix just kind of chasing him back through the building, and now they're going to be doing Hammond Racing, I think, as they're both in pursuit of each other here.
Yeah, once again
for Logix. Sorry, Flav, to interrupt you there, but they're both immediately in the duel again and going for the guns and trying to just finish this right away.
I was just going to say, Logix once again has the advantage with the HP. Oh, he pile drived onto the tiny part on the side. Wow, that was perfect from Gerald to keep him up, but he has so little HP. I don't think this is going to work out for him.
Yeah, in a bit of trouble here is Gerald, and you know, he could still come out with it, but he's really got to close the distance, and it's hard to do that with the shots here, and just trapped, taken down, and 4-2. That's gonna put Logix on a match point.
Yeah, but this is exactly what we wanted to see. Super close. Again, another symmetry battle coming in here, so this is going to be really good. And this huge map, these teleporters are going to be super good, providing a lot of mobility for these players here. We're going to see if it's a battle of who puts turrets on the point first. That might be what happens here, or we may just see a right-click battle that lasts for 5 years, so we'll see.
Yeah, you know, either way, with symmetry, it's going to be one or the other here, and man, this map in particular, so much distance here to work with, and really, it's like just trying to inch forward until you can get that one little turret in the right proper position, I guess. But Logix, I think, is opting to just hold this here, which may work out. They're going to continue to trade kills on these turrets here, and you know, I'm thinking maybe control point, but both are playing pretty aggressive. They might go ahead and just say screw it and charge forward.
Oh, Logic put down the teleporter. It was bait, I think.
It's a fake.
Yeah. I was going to say I really liked Logic's placement of the turret there, but Gerald was able to spot it out, and he had those shields regen. So both players basically back to full resources here. And as I said, it's just going to be a right-click battle until that point comes. Oh, but a perfect right-click. Gerald now has low HP, so he again has an advantage here.
Yeah, he smells blood. Logix is going to go ahead and push in here, but I think he knew. Yeah, he knows that those are placed. He had heard the sound effect. And so now on this right-hand side, Logic's going to push forward here, and now in trouble. Logix is in hot pursuit. Gerald has to be careful here with a little less HP than Logix and now kind of cornered. This is a perfect position for Logix now that they're underneath. The teleporter's coming out, putting the turret through it. Good idea to back off Logix. The control point coming in 2 seconds now. And both players really just trying to get that final right click.
This is so close, but Gerald has like no HP, and there it is.
Logix with the victory. Another 5-2 was that? 5-3 maybe?
5 to 3, I think.
And let's look at this play of the game real quick here from Logix on Symmetra. And of course this was at the end here. Great work from Gerald to push Logix back there, but unfortunately it was, like you said, the battle of the right clicks, landing on 2 crucial ones throughout the game, or throughout that round, that really made a difference.
Yeah, that was huge. So congrats to Logix for moving on to the grand finals here. And after this match, we will start with the losers bracket. So a lot of stakes coming up. If those players lose there, then they are out. So gonna look forward to some really high games there. And we'll be back in just a second.
And welcome back to the Murray State University Esports Twitch stream. I am Woogie with Flav Filth. We are ready to start the losers bracket in Homecoming 2021 Overwatch 1v1 tournament. Mystery Heroes, if you're just tuning in, take a look at the bracket on your screen. We began this afternoon with a game between Greed, aka Logix, a high schooler from Laverne, Tennessee, and Sky from our Overwatch Gold team. 5-2 for Greed, and advanced on to the next round where he faced the Chief. The Chief, of course, also a member of the Overwatch Gold team, taking down here as Tub of Glue, also known maybe as Tub, but taking him down 5-0. Quite the scoreline from the Chief, who then fell to Greed. And meanwhile, on the other side of the table, Geralt taking down Oatmeal from the Gold team. And Geralt, of course, a high schooler as well from Georgia, moving on to face Brodo. And Brodo taking down Mixer. And then, of course, you can see the rest of the results there. And Greed awaits everybody in the grand finals as we move on to Mixer versus Oatmeal, the battle, Flav, of Overwatch Blue versus Overwatch Gold.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a great one here, especially because Oatmeal, kind of a new player for us on the Gold team, but he's been good, especially on the tank role. Mixer has always been there, a great supporter of the program. She is the team captain of Overwatch Blue, so this is going to be fantastic, but may have a little bit of an advantage here, especially on this Baptiste. So we'll see how that works out here. Yeah. Helios Well is going to...
Well, yeah, Well is an interesting one, especially for Baptiste, I think, Flav, because especially in this part of the map, less so in the middle, there's all of these little, like, ledges and stuff you can hop up onto. With Baptiste, you can get into some real cheeky positions, and Mixer actually doing it right now. Unable to get up there, but trying again, and we'll kind of see. I think it is just going to be an intelligence game and just getting a couple of headshots, and actually, Oatmeal reading that. Mixer into the air, playing around the Well as Oatmeal Boy pushing forward, and Immortality Field already popped for Oatmeal Boy. I don't know why, but sure, go ahead. And there's the aggression, healing up with the aura, the Immortality Field as well for Mixer. Now the shots are coming in. Oatmeal in retreat and turning it around. Mixer 1-0.
He shook his head when he threw that. He must have been expecting it to do something else or something. That was hilarious. And then he got stuck on the table there. Yeah, as he says there in the chat, he got stuck on the chair. So, good plays from both sides there. Great positioning, honestly, from both. But Oatmeal, the tides have kind of turned here for him. He's going to have the advantage here being a tank player on this Sigma. So we're going to see what Mixer can do. I'm going to see if there's going to just be a battle around the Well. Not a lot of CC here for both sides, at least, to push people into the Well. But this will be interesting.
I think the rock picks are crucial. You get the stun, you get a little extra damage, and right now Mixer with the advantage, both shields still up. Mixer recalling that and moving forward. Now on the side of Oatmeal on the left-hand side, he noticed just in time, and now Mixer pushing forward, the rock into the shield, and now stunned. The damage is fairly equal on both sides. Mixer down to 73. Oatmeal Boy can push forward here, both just using the black hole for no reason and continuing to do damage on the shield. Guys, you're not going to shield break. You might as well go for the rock, and there it is. Oatmeal Boy now in danger. The melee's there, and Oatmeal returning the punch and getting the kill. 1-1.
Yeah, that was getting scary there. Mixer could have turned it back, but great shield management from both players, honestly. That was great. And here we go with another tank. Zarya coming out here. This is going to be interesting. And I think in this 1v1 mode, you can still only use your personal, so not really two bubbles to be able to be utilized here. So this bubble management is going to be, I think, one of the top tier parts of how this round is going to go.
Yeah, we'll kind of, it really comes down to who's gonna pop the shield first. If you like Fast and Furious, you've got Dominic Toretto saying too soon. So I think it's gonna be who doesn't pop the NOS too soon, but the bubble too soon. And there's just both trading these right-click abilities right now. Somebody has to close the distance.
Yeah, and it looks like they're both going to do it here. Both bubbles at the same time. Both opting to do some extra damage to each other as well, so both are relatively high charge.
Oh, wow. Mixer did have the advantage, but Oatmeal Boy getting a lot of damage there to boost that beam, and now bubbled up. Mixer with 7 health might actually come out on top. The melee is in, and Oatmeal Boy, oh my gosh.
3 HP, by the way. Goodness gracious, that was about as close as you can get.
Here comes the Genji battle. This one should be very interesting. Oatmeal Boy, correct me if I'm wrong, of course, a tank player.
Yes.
For Overwatch Gold. Mixer, a support player, as we all know, I mentioned earlier. So, really, who knows? Who knows how this one's going to go?
This may be a battle of who accidentally dashes into the well and then forgets to wall ride. Let's see what happens here. We may just see some long distance shuriken poke. Yeah, and Oatmeal sees where Mixer is, so I guess, like you said, this is going to be fairly interesting, but Oatmeal lining up some shots early on, getting some HP advantage.
If one of them accidentally dashes into the well, I will go ahead and resubscribe right now on the stream. Oatmeal Boy deflecting, Mixer backing up, and they are playing around this well. The deflect is in just to cover, but Oatmeal Boy's not going to fire anything in. Mixer really trying to get this high ground here, but unfortunately while doing so, taking damage and lobbing those shurikens and not able to do it. Again, covering the movement with the reflect, being proactive. Oh, taking the dash during the reflect. A smart play as she turns and gets the kill.
Wow.
2-2 now.
Perfect plays there from Mixer, going into the dash, forcing both of them to 180, but as the dasher, Mixer was able to prepare a little bit better and got the advantage with that little right-click shuriken. So perfect plays there, and we're actually evened up. This is great. This is exactly the kind of match we're looking for. Now, the McCree. This is an interesting matchup. I think Mixer will again have the advantage here, mostly because she plays hit scan support. You know, a tank, not necessarily the role known for aim, so we'll see what Oatmeal can do here against this McCree, as well as the stun. That's going to be critical.
Yeah, both players will want to close the distance, get the stun, and fan the hammer, but neither one will really want to commit to it unless they're sure that they can do it. And Mixer has been poking and prodding here, but it's actually been Oatmeal Boy getting the damage. There's Mixer on the scoreboard, so to speak. And both of them really just playing this corner. Now Mixer will finally move up, and somebody does have to be a little more aggressive here. It's well read. There's the stun. It's missed. Oatmeal got his. Fan the hammer wasn't enough for Mixer, and Oatmeal Boy with the kill to take the lead.
Yeah, perfect plays there. Mixer just ended up missing her stun, and that's how...
oh boy.
Oatmeal. Oh, Lucio. Okay, here we go. Well, the only sad thing is that even if someone does get booped into the well, then you can just wall right out of it. You know, it's going to be difficult. It may be a little hard, but it is possible. So maybe we can see a boop-only agreement coming out from both players. That would be hilarious.
Well, and you know, there is a place you can boot them off, but you've got to play closer to the edge, and even then they can still get back on that wall. So this is one that could either be really funny, or it could just be very boring until the control point opens and a melee gets a kill.
Yeah,
which I think might be what happens here, because both are going to use their healing abilities very well, of course, and they can always amplify that as well. Mixer going for the boop, actually. Oatmeal Boy close, but again, Flav, I think unless we see something crazy, they're just going to wall right out of it.
Yeah, I think that's true. I don't think we would see any beats coming out, but oh, the headshots from Mixer. Ooh. Wow, perfectly placed headshots there from Mixer, getting those onto Oatmeal, and again, we're tied up 3-3.
3-3 in the Diva round. Here we go. Another interesting one. Again, you know, you would think maybe Mixer with the you know, the abilities coming from support, playing the hero she does, like Baptiste and the like, can get those shots, but Oatmeal Boy does play a tank, but I don't think Diva is on the normal hero rotation for Oatmeal Boy.
Yeah, I think it's primarily Zarya. Haven't watched too many Overwatch Gold matches thus far, so we'll see. But I just really want a Goomba Stomp to happen with the rematch call. That's really what I want from this 1v1 tournament. If that doesn't happen, I'll be very sad, so I'm going to be looking for that specifically.
We don't want a sad Flavfell, so hopefully that will happen here as the missiles come in and the defense matrix eating some of those up. Both players just continuing to trade those. Now Mixer will go up to the top. Oatmeal Boy in pursuit. Now Mixer demech. We saw this last round where they'll trade it back and forth, and actually both demech now. Now it'll come down to who gets the shots on first. Oatmeal Boy 4-3.
Yeah, great plays there, and I'm gonna say great resource management from both sides. And that was perfect, but Oatmeal Boy getting the little bit of an advantage here. And now, if Mixer was granted something that she can even up the series with, it's this Ana.
But Flav, it's the curse. We saw this with Sky. We've seen this with you and with others in the past. It's whenever you get your main, it's like the pressure is on. It's almost too much.
Yeah, that might be part of it. Yeah, but I'm going to look to see specifically if their accuracy can be something that's going to give them a little bit of an advantage. Because, like I've been saying, Oatmeal, being a tank player, accuracy not necessarily known for. So I think as long as Mixer can get the advantage here with the accuracy, then this is great. Already hitting one shot.
Yeah, getting one in this ante could be huge if she can get close enough and lob that grenade up there, missing a couple shots, going for the cheeky sleep. There's the second hit, and now it's almost all over for Oatmeal Boy. Is able to heal up just in time and barely missing the ante. Now Mixer backing up around this cover. Has lost visual, but knows where Oatmeal Boy could be in that one spot. Now Oatmeal Boy has peeked out and continues to poke and prod here. Mixer again, she's probably thinking, if I can get a sleep off, there's the ante. Gonna take a lot more damage. Mixer anteed as well with 70 health. Here comes the duel. The melee is in. Oatmeal Boy pressing. There's the ante. And Mixer tying it up as we head into a close 4-4 game match point here.
The curse is broken. Let's go. But I think the RNG gods are blessing Mixer here. Ashe, pretty much the same thing as Ana, except a DPS. You know, you still have the scoped in shots, you have the unscoped shots. So Oatmeal, seeing how that last round went, playing at a little bit of a disadvantage here. But this dynamite might actually come in handy for both players. You know, it's not always talked about how powerful dynamite is, but if you know a player is around a corner, you just toss that and you get that burn damage. It takes them almost, you know, half HP, so we'll see here, but maybe some headshots decide this as well.
Yeah, both right now playing at a distance. There's the dynamite, but it wasn't far enough. Mixer just barely avoiding having a headshot there as
There it
Oatmeal
is.
Boy peeked out the side. There is the dynamite, as you said, so much damage done now, and Oatmeal Boy actually in so much trouble, and Mixer may go ahead and close it out here, and she does. Mixer will move on in a 5-4 victory, and she will face the Chief coming up very shortly, and the winner of that game going on to face the winner of Brodo and Sky or Tub of Glue. Stay tuned after this play of the game, and we will be back very shortly. Welcome back to the Murray State Esports Twitch stream. I am Woogie here with Flabfilth. It is Homecoming 2021, the Overwatch Mystery 1v1 tournament, and we are in the losers bracket. We are about to bring you an interesting game here. Brodo versus Sky. Sky winning 5-0 over Tub of Glue, as you can see on the bracket here. And now they will play each other. Sky and Brodo. Brodo getting eliminated 5-1 against Gerald. Gerald being a high schooler. Is in this tournament, and will be waiting somebody in that losers bracket finals. And meanwhile, at the same time, the Chief and Mixer Kraken both playing as well. So right now, it's the story of the Overwatch Gold and Blue teams here, as in both of those two games. And Brodo versus Sky should be another entertaining one.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to see here. I'm really interested to see what the difference is between these two players. You know, Sky, as our team captain for Overwatch Gold, has some stuff on his shoulders to hold up, you know. Brodo, same thing, being on the Overwatch Gold squad. Got some things to prove, but an early recall coming up from him. He probably didn't mean to hit that button there. But I think both players are just going to try to find each other right now. Again, battle of information is key in these 1v1s.
And there's the first visual. Sky gets it just a split second before Brodo. The damage there. Now the recall in. Health will be back a little bit. Sky low and still has the recall if needed. Now on the right-hand side, recalling back. 78 still on the health. Getting those crucial shots in, and now pouncing onto Brodo, who is taken down right on the edge of that map. And Scott just looking around like, well, where'd you go?
Another Mercy one, yes. Let's go. I really hope somebody goes to the jump pad on the right side of this map. I think that would be hilarious if someone goes over there. I'm going to see if we can get a good angle here of where they're going to end up going. This is going to be a long walk, especially because both of these characters don't have any movement abilities when you don't have teammates around. So this is going to be a long walk for both of these players. And again, like we saw before, a little bit of info battle. They're going towards the jump pad.
But will they use it? That's the question. And there it is. Hooray. And the glide is in, just hovering above, trying to rain those shots down. Now Sky says, if you can do it, I can do it better. And now they're both into the air, just gliding down and just circling each other.
Battle of the Vultures, it seems like. This is great. And, I mean, if you don't get the kill from that fly, as you can see, both of them are back to full HP, but it looks like they're rotating back to the point now.
Now they'll rotate around this instead of the jump pad, and again, already health back up for Sky, and there's Brodo's as well, but fortunately Sky finds him very quickly, and now Solo
the reload
just has to back up. The reload is crucial. Sky just playing around this door, and again, man, that health.
They're back to full HP
so quickly.
They may get a Valkyrie if they just can't finish off these kills quick enough.
It may be. I mean, Sky's at 48 already and has to back off, and Brodo going forward here wants to go ahead and finish it out at 55 as the health regenerates for Sky. 20 seconds until the control point unlocks. Great headshot from Sky, but health is low himself, and again, I mean, I think it's going to be a control point battle, or maybe somebody needs to be aggressive in melee.
Yeah, we'll see, and I think both players are just playing it safe, opting to get all of their HP back. They're going to wait till this objective opens up. That way both are restricted just to stay here. But here they go. They're aggressive.
Oh, and it did come down to a melee. Both deciding to just say, screw it, go for it. And Brodo comes out on top with that one. And a prolonged battle put to an end as we head into a McCree round.
Yeah. Well, not McCree anymore, if you remember. He is now called Cole Cassidy. So we're going to see some Cass gameplay, as the acronym is being discussed in the Overwatch community, I think. So, gonna see some Cass gameplay here. I'm gonna see if they opt for the jump pad again. We'll see. Both are being a little bit sneaky. Yeah.
Sky is headed off to his right-hand side, and Brodo is matching that side as well, and both exchanging shots here on the Cassidy. Headshots just not able to come out as he's down to 15. Sky is throwing the stun, but the stun was returned. And that was actually fled much quicker round than I expected.
Yeah, definitely. I was so surprised that stun from Sky there didn't connect. Oddly weird, you know, hitbox range, but Brodo able to finish it off there. So we're gonna see another fun ball round. I think they're definitely gonna go for the jump pads here. Gonna provide some of the lulls and maybe just some spin to win too. Who knows?
Oh yeah, this is the spin to win map, man. It's one of them, and both just exchanging shots here. The jump pad was used, but not for very long, and both are on the middle. And here comes the spin, avoiding the slam. Great work from Sky as he is now back on the ground and has the shield if he needs it. Will back up here and look for perhaps an exit. And I like that Sky is actually the one kind of inviting Brodo in. Brodo is kind of taking that bait, and there's the shield pop from Sky, both with health so low. The slam is in. Now in the air, Brodo in trouble and taken down to tie it up 2-2.
Yeah, perfect plays there from both players, but like we highlighted, Sky just a little bit better on the resource management, like the shield and the grapple and the ground pound. But as I heard the groan from you, the Orisa 1v1 coming out here, this is the one we love to see. 0 mobility, a shield, a fortify ability that makes it harder for you to die. Just this is going to be very, very prolonged. But there is no health regen on this hero, so any damage is permanent.
True, that is true. I think we've seen in one of our 1v1 events, I believe Chief was involved in one of them, in Orisa 1v1, and that lasted a long time. Of course, that map was much more spread out than Oasis here, and both of them playing around this point, shields up from both, and really, it's who messes up and doesn't have their fortify ready, I think, or maybe who gets lucky with the first couple of shots. Like you said, the health doesn't regen, and right now Sky with low health, but is able to get a good amount of damage here onto to Brodo.
Yeah, Brodo has a little bit of health advantage right now, has a tad bit of armor left, and that soaks up a little bit more damage than regular HP, so Sky at the disadvantage here.
Yeah, Sky with 118 now, halting Brodo back. Good timing as that shield falls and gets a little bit more damage here. Both pretty much even on HP right now, and this is a game of chess here. There's more damage. Great halt as well. The fortify is going to be crucial. Sky still has it in his pocket. I believe Brodo does as well. The shield popped. Brodo so low, looking to break the shield and perhaps get a little bit of extra damage here. Brodo backing up, and Sky gets the kill. Just unfortunate, Brodo. He popped the shield just a split second too late.
Yep, definitely. He was crossing as soon as he threw that shield, so there was a split second where the shield was gone before the other one placed, so Sky with a perfect amount of projectile shots coming through to finish off the kill. Fantastic plays from him.
And Sky on the DPS character. Of course, Ash ready to go here, seeing if he can put this at 4-2 and put himself on a match point. And of course, if you're a neutral, you're hoping Brodo comes out with something surprising here. Sky, I would say, has the advantage, but I wouldn't count Brodo out yet. As we've seen with these 1v1s, Flava, we talked about this with playing your main character, even if you're playing an off character, pretty much anything can happen. It's with no health packs and no other teammates, it sometimes does come down to just that luck, and in this case, the dynamite is the difference maker.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, what a perfect shot there from Brodo. Great flick. I was about to say both players would be one shot after those dynamites would resolve, so great plays there from Brodo. A fantastic flick, and again, we're tied up. I think it's 3-3. Yeah.
Yeah, tied up, and 3-3. This is what you wanted to see as a neutral. Whoever wins this next one will, of course, be on match point. This is the Echo round, and Sky, once again, you're going to say, well, obviously, Sky has the advantage, but we saw how that turned out last time. Just like we said, anything could happen here, and the jump pad, I think, is about to be utilized. Sky actually just barely missing the visual confirmation on Brodo, but was able to hear it, and now the fight will begin here. One on the high ground, one on the low ground. Let's see if the Jedi mindset pays off here as they both fly. So, getting more damage in on Sky is in trouble now.
Yeah, and Sky is in vulnerability of the E beam. It does a lot of damage if you're below half HP, but he may opt to use it. Yep, there it is. Fantastic plays that zips you down so quick, especially if you're low HP. Brodo now on a match point.
Yeah, Brodo surprisingly, perhaps maybe on match point, but obviously this would be something that might favor Brodo. But with that being said, this is a tank where you do have to have those sort of mechanics and that ability to flick on the targets a little bit, especially with the hook. So
yeah,
who knows?
I really hope that they have a battle by the cars. They hook each other into the cars on the left side. That is going to be fantastic. I'm looking at Brodo's point of view. I think he wants to go for it. I think he knows what I'm talking about. And we'll see. Here's Sky.
Both on the right-hand side. I wonder, Flav, if they're maybe listening to you a little bit.
Stream
going
sniping.
to the cars here. But the heal... Oh, no! Sky with the hook! Didn't even really need the... Was it the car?
It was the car.
Just him over.
Yeah, it was the car. He pulled him into the traffic, and he just got ran over.
That happened in a split second.
Yeah.
Taken down immediately, 4-4. And
what a perfect way to tie it up, though. That's perfect.
I know, you kind of wish that was the last one, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, that was. And maybe if it's not the play of the game on this one so far, the play of the game of the evening or the afternoon, that's for sure. And neither player really with the support advantage here, but this will come down to those mechanics who can get a headshot, who can maybe pop the immortality field at the right time. Perhaps another situation where a melee makes all the difference. Both going vertical at the same time and pushing each other around this dome. Sky healing himself up and taking it to the air and getting some good damage on Brodo, but Brodo will know that he can heal himself up, and this will continue to be a bit prolonged here, I think.
Yeah, I know Sky's not happy that they're playing Baptiste. He is not a fan of this hero. He doesn't like Immortality Field, but he does have the mechanics to back it up, so I think he might have the advantage here.
Brodo actually just continuing to get damage done onto him. Sky taking the most when he chooses to retreat and reposition here. Healing himself up and both going up again into the air. Great timing from both. I really like this. This is a duel where they're both trading positions vertically and horizontally, and neither one really with a major advantage right now. This is quite a chess game we have here.
Yeah, definitely. And with these exo boots, if you go up to the top, you actually are out of range of the point, so you have to stay grounded, at least a little bit with Baptiste. You can do a tiny jump, but you can't go all the way to the top.
Yeah, and especially in a 1v1, that control point is captured so quickly, you really can't afford much time lost at all, really, as we count down the time, 7 seconds, and here we go. Both are going to put everything into this with 14 health. Sky will heal and go to the top perhaps one last time. Here comes the control point, and the captures are in. Immortality field dropped by Sky. He's going to have to back up a little bit here. Shooting the immortality field. It's taken down. 110 health. Chasing Brodo. Healing himself up, and now Brodo trying to just dance in this doorway. The headshots are in. Both are so low, and really this is anybody's game. 89% on the ult as well. Jumping into the air. Has to be careful, and there it is. With the win right at the last second. Brodo moving on in this 1v1 tournament. What a round. And Brodo moving on to face the winner of the Chief versus Mixer, which is a match we will bring you shortly. Brodo versus one of those players. Stay tuned after this play of the game. I will be back shortly with Flavin. There's the car.
I told you it was a car. Oh, that's perfect.
Done. Pack it up. We're done. We don't need anything else.
That's all we needed to see. We're done here. Now, we have some more matches coming up, like Monty said. Stick with us, and we will be right back.
All right, viewers, welcome back to the Murray State University Esports Twitch stream. It's homecoming, and we are winding it down with an Overwatch Mystery 1v1 tournament. If you're just tuning in, you need to go back and start this over. We have had some really entertaining moments today. We've had all sorts of characters played. We've had Mercy duels, Orisa duels. We've had quite a lot of things happen, including an incredible environmental car kill in the last game between Brodo and Sky. If you take a look at our bracket here, Flav Brodo with a 5-4 win, and we're heading into another Overwatch Gold matchup, the Chief versus Brodo.
Yeah, definitely. This is going to be a fantastic game coming in. I'm going to be interested to see what the dynamic difference is here, though. As you mentioned, Brodo had a 5-4 just earlier on the stream, but the Chief getting a 5-1 over Mixer to make his way here. So Chief may have had a little bit of an easier way to go about things, or he's just better. You know, that might also be a possibility. So I think we're going to get it going here, and we'll see what happens.
As we enter this match, it's important to remember the winner of Chief and Brodo facing Gerald, one of the high schoolers today, and the winner of that match going on to face Greed, aka Logix, in the grand finals on this homecoming weekend. And it has been, Flav, you know, as Zenyatta slowly moves forward here on this massive map, you know, I think it's good to kind of recap. We had a great Rocket League turnout, best of 5 game on Friday. We had Tent City and an exhibition against Marquette last night in Rocket League, which our Rocket League Gold team won, and now we've got Overwatch. It's been quite a weekend.
Yeah, definitely. Big, very, very great for all things Murray State Esports. We had a lot of great conversations with people at Tent City yesterday, as you mentioned. But getting back to Overwatch here, both players getting some good volleys and some discords going, so they both know the basics of this hero, and we'll see if mechanics come out to help.
Yeah, the Discord, a big difference there is Chief's health really quickly taken away here and just barely getting away, but Brodo himself down to 47, and it's a draw! Are you kidding me?
Another one. This happened last time that we did it, I'm pretty sure, and it happened again, a draw. Goodness gracious, that's amazing.
As I've said in the chat, absolute scenes here. And at homecoming for Murray State, as the draw on Zenyatta comes in, I can't believe what I'm seeing here. And now Chief with the Sigma, you would think in most matchups he's going to have this advantage, but Brodo is going to be quite evenly matched here. I do believe. We'll see how this goes. And Brodo actually no awareness that he's there. The shield dropped in time, and both will have to rethink their positioning. And especially, this is such a massive control point in the center here, Flav. It's really going to be just dancing around the shield, I think, is going to be crucial in this one.
Yeah, definitely. And especially the Chief, who basically mained this hero or one-tricked it for an entire season because of double shield, is going to have a little bit of an advantage, and there's a lot of ricochet surfaces for these hyperspheres from Sigmas, so this is going to be very interesting. But as I mentioned before in a previous match, Sigma does have a little bit of shielding, so there is a little bit of health regen.
Both trying to get that rock, and it was actually the Chief who came away with the advantage here. Now
Wow.
Brodo taken down so quickly, and that rock is so crucial. Those extra seconds to get that damage in make all the difference, and there it was, the melee to kind of just put a punctuation mark on that one. And I think this is our first Echo match we've seen today.
I think Sky and Brodo played Echo, but it was over so quick
Yes,
because of that
that's right.
beam. Yeah. But I think we're gonna see that battle coming out here again. Oh, Chief has the new Halloween skin. I am not a fan of this skin. Well, I really hope Brodo wins this one now. Let's see what skin he's rocking. He's rocking the classic, so yeah. But yeah, like I mentioned in the other one, it's gonna be really a battle of who gets each other down below half HP. That's when that E beam, as you see on their screen there, really starts to do a lot of extra damage, and they're just firing at each other in the air, just, you know, poking and prodding at the moment.
Yeah, Brodo quickly melted that beam, doing a lot as the health was low. So early for Brodo, and a quick 2-0 for the Chief here. I mean, if we have had 3 rounds, if you missed it, quite an entertaining draw on round 1 here. But Chief with the advantage, looking to continue forward here. But the Hanzo, kind of a wild card selection here, and both will be hoping to use that recon arrow, as you see Brodo switching to it, to get that information that they need.
Yeah, definitely. And especially with Storm Arrow, if it gets into a close quarter combat area, you never know how that's going to go. You know, you can have it right on their head, and sometimes it just goes all the way to the left or whatever. And this is going to be a very interesting one. Like you mentioned, the information battle with those recon darts, but I think Brodo heard. Yep, he did. Fantastic recon there.
Chief has the visual. He might be able to just get a headshot. He's going to peek here, but ooh, Brodo is laying in wait, and Chief with 75. He's going to need a headshot here to have a chance. There's the recon arrow to see where Brodo was, but it wasn't enough. The storm arrow was there, and now it's 2-1. Brodo's putting himself in a good position for a comeback here as we head into, hey, once again, a 4-player round. Torbjorn. The viewers, come on. Everybody loves a Torb. I think we said this last time. This is always fun. Everybody loves him. What are we thinking here? Chief, Brodo, Flav? I mean, nobody really with the advantage on this one, surely.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I'm going to see if they opt to do more of a long-range battle, especially with, like you mentioned, the turrets being placed here. You can place a turret on, like, one side of the map, get some early recon, say, hey, they're here, and then you can play on the other side to maybe do a little, you know, a crosscut there, attack. But it looks like Brodo has sighted out the Chief. I'm not sure exactly what he's planning on doing here. Hasn't dropped a turret yet. Drops it on top, but it's not going to have a lot of angles, though.
I was watching.
Oh my!
Oh my! That is a crucial pick there. Head hurt, as Chief says. Wow, great round. Great round from Brodo. I don't know how he first saw the Chief, to be quite honest with you. I was watching Chief's point of view. I guess he just saw the top of his head or something, and then positioned perfectly. And hey, caster curse, because you were saying, what is he doing here? But it worked out for him.
Yep. So we'll see here. Now, I think
boy.
Chief has the advantage on this Reinhardt, but again, in these close quarter melee battles, it just takes one mess up, one mistake for you to lose. So we'll see how this goes here, but both just kind of staying away from each other.
I'm ready for the charge. I'm ready for the double charge stun here, both swinging with hammers, and actually nobody's going to be able to do it. Chief will come out on top, and the main curse again has been broken. Chief coming away with the victory on one of his main heroes, and again a Bastion. So I'm not really sure how to feel about this one on this map, Flav. I don't understand how this is going to work, but we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. And if any of them are going to be long-range battles, I hope it's this one. I really just want them both to turret down at the exact same moment and just hold mouse 1 on each other. I think that would be hilarious. But as you can see, both of them opting for the top left side on their respective sides. Oh, Chief almost jumped off the map there. I don't know if he knew he could slide off there, but a little bit of extra poke at the beginning. Brodo, turret it up. Yeah, Brodo looking in that spot, but didn't have the awareness, and actually Chief just coming out and exposing part of his character model there. Brodo had time to react, and now both aware of each other's presence. Both going into turret mode and just sitting there. That's great content, really high quality, exciting content here at twitch.tv / Murray State Esports. And now in their normal form, just poking and prodding. Maybe Flav, maybe this will be the first ult we see popped if they continue to just get enough damage here. We might have two tanks, but it's not gonna matter, Brodo. Chief with the late transformation there, and Brodo was just sitting there waiting with that minigun looking right at him. Yeah, just laying in wait, and he had the split-second advantage here. And Chief knew what was coming. Unfortunately, 3-3 though, another tight one as we look to close down this game, and the winner, of course, as we said, is moving on between the two of them to face Gerald, high schooler from Georgia, and we'll kind of see who can go and face him there, and that's going to be a tough one as well. But first, they have to make it through yet another Symmetra battle. Yeah, I was about to say, and the best thing is, neither of them are on match point yet anyway, so we still have quite a few rounds to go, at least 2. So this is great. If you want to see some Overwatch action and some content, this is fantastic. But Brodo and Chief just kind of feeling each other out, trying to set up their turrets in a specific play, but Chief opted to just get control of the objective at the moment, but looks like a fake teleport. Yeah, the bait is in, and now Brodo, he knows exactly where the Chief is and is just going to close in and encircle him with those turrets. And Chief still is able to get out of this if he needs to, but Brodo's aggression was there. Fortunately for the Chief, his turret is going to make Brodo back off. There's the teleporter, again, a fake coming out, but the problem is with that 1v1, you only get to fake for 1 second.
As soon as they don't see you go through it, it's you know, the fake has lost its value here. So yeah, 20 seconds. This is probably going the distance, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna see if Chief is gonna do a cheeky teleport. Yep. Oh, he's got it in his hands. Let's see what he does. Brodo opted to do one. Okay.
Yeah, Brodo taking one, and Chief actually backing out of it now on the high ground. 8 seconds until the control point unlocks, and Brodo in a tough position here now, putting the turrets down on this side as well. Needs to touch that control point, and here we go. Control point unlocked. The beam coming in. The control point quickly. What is Brodo doing? He's going to back up and lose the round. A C9 in a 1v1.
You hate to see it, but I mean, it had to happen once, and in a nail biter like this, it's bound to happen for sure. So fantastic plays from both sides, but yeah, Brodo just forgot something. He forgot something. So this is going to be a great battle. Not necessarily a lot of boop options unless they just play off to the side for some reason, but I expect there's just going to be a duel around this elephant similar to the Symmetra battle we saw earlier.
Yeah, both of them like to play around the center point and use the cover. I'm kind of surprised they haven't played too far off of the middle or invited more pressure in, or maybe be even more aggressive. And right now it's in the Chief's hands. If he can close this out, he will move on to face Geralt, representing the gold team, of course. Both of them will want to make, you know, a positive impact coming in, but again, both of them able to heal themselves, and this one could last a little while if they time it correctly. Brodo backing up here and looking left and right for the Chief, who's pushed backwards and now is retreating and trying to heal up, but Brodo continues the volley on to the Chief. Brodo pushing him back even further. I think this may go to a 4v4. The health is so low for the Chief. He's able to recover a little bit, but Brodo continuing to just outmaneuver the Chief around this center point.
Yeah, definitely, and I think Chief is holding on to his amp. He hasn't amped yet, to my knowledge. He's may save it for the heal, or he may save it for the speed, but they're really close to each other right now.
And there they are, 20 seconds remaining. Health continuing to rise for both of them, and now it's falling yet again. Chief low. There's the amp from Brodo onto this left-hand side of the statue. Chief turning around and trying to push him out of the way. 10 seconds on the control point. And Brodo on the left-hand side. 4 seconds now, facing the Chief on the other side, and here it is unlocked. Brodo will not forget this time to be on the point with the speed. 80% to the ult here. I mean, we may get a sound barrier as our first ult. Chief quickly backing up, but there's the control point again. Brodo remembering again to this time get back on it, and man, this one is continuing to go the distance here, Flav.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. And like you said, we may get a Lucio beat off for the first time in this 1v1. Brodo has it available. Both have it. This is insane. Let's see if it actually works out. None of them opting to push it yet. This is interesting. Both coming out at the same time.
Same time for both, and this continues to prolong the duel. This is going to be very frustrating for the Chief if he can't close it out here and maybe put a little bit of a dent in the morale that he has going so far. But, you know, again, it's a 1v1 and almost pushed off for the capture. Brodo again skating around, and the Chief both just playing around this point. This point being large enough to where you can actually get away for a couple seconds to heal back up. And at this point, man, what is it going to come down to? A boop? I don't know. Maybe a melee. Brodo keeping that speed out for a little bit, but now back to health. Chief behind him, turning around and booping him off. And it is great push from Brodo to take it to 4-4.
Wow, that was great there. Yeah, I was wondering how long that capture percentage was going to stay, but it just stayed the entire time because it was, you know, contested. And Brodo with the fantastic boop to solidify that and send it to a match point for both. This is fantastic. We just had a match that was like it. I can't wait. And May, of all characters, is going to be our decider. This is going to be super, super interesting. Chief, as a tank player, you know, he's pretty familiar with how May works. He just gets walled all the time, frozen all the time. So we'll see here which player has the better control.
Yeah, and the abilities are one thing, and I think we've seen this immediately in the opening seconds. Both players are going to know that icicle, that right click is so deadly, and it's going to really just take one of those to end it here. And so both players will want to be very cautious, but now here comes the aggression that they've closed the distance. The freeze beam coming out here, pushing in onto the Chief. One of them is going to be frozen first. It's Brodo, and there's the shot, and that's going to do it. 5-4. The Chief moves on to face Geralt in the losers bracket finals. We will take a very short break after this play of the game, as we watch Brodo on the Torbjorn.
Yeah, hear those
We'll
double
see,
headshots.
Yeah. Right about now we're going... Oh, there it is. He did see the top of his head.
Yep. That's some average Torb gameplay right there. You just spam in one direction and you get like 6 headshots. But yeah, like Monty said, we will be right back with the losers bracket grand finals.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Murray State University Esports Twitch stream this afternoon. I am Woogie here with Flabfilth, and we are ready for the Overwatch Mystery Heroes 1v1 losers bracket finals. We have quite a story to tell you. If you look at the bracket in front of you, Geralt versus the Chief. The Chief coming back from the second round of the losers bracket, beating Mixer, beating Brodo in a close fought victory. Now, this is an interesting matchup between the gold member Chief versus the high schooler Geralt. If you look back in the bracket, Flav, we see that Geralt beat Brodo 5-1 and the Chief beat Brodo 5-4. So, by the transitive properties here, you would think Geralt should come out with a fairly easy victory here, but we've seen it. These 1v1 matchups, they're anybody's game.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. And a lot of it, like we saw in the last one, kind of dependent on the RNG for the hero select. So we'll see if that comes into effect here for both of these players, but they seem pretty even and pretty flexible.
And it is going to be Winston to open this up here. And Chief already with a big F in chat. Not one of his favorite heroes to play for sure. But we'll see how it goes, because I don't think, now, correct me if I'm wrong, Flav, I think we said this earlier, or Mixer put it in chat maybe, that Geralt used to play DPS but now is a main tank. So maybe the familiarity is there. If that's correct, both, I don't think either one of them really, to be honest with you, are super great with this hero. So we'll see how it goes. No shields to speak of, just like last time we had this matchup.
Yeah, definitely. Both of them kind of playing a little safe here. Chief goes in at first, trying to get that extra little bit of lunge damage, but nothing coming in. Geralt knocking his head as well, so abilities wasted on both sides. Yep.
Well, that was the pounce and the punch that you need. Chief at 336 and lowering, but Geralt as well with not a lot of health. There's another pounce as well, and Geralt's health is slowly dwindling, but the Chief is there as well. It's going to come down to a melee, I think. Geralt getting away just in time. Chief going for the pounce, and there it is, 1-0 in the losers bracket finals. Chief taking the lead.
Perfect plays there. Bro, I don't like this. Yeah, the extra bit of charm, though, especially with the lobby we have set up, is that all heroes are available. Typically, Winston is not available because it is sort of a whack 1v1, but that's what makes it fun, right? So, but here we go, complete opposite. Full aim reliance here on the Widowmaker, and we'll see which one has an advantage.
Well, of course, you know, if you probably are seeing the chat on the stream, it's of course all in good fun. I mean, there's no real prizing to speak of. A Discord role, it may be at risk, but I mean, this is all for fun. This is a way for students and non-students to interact, and this may be a quick headshot. Chief just missing, but Geralt getting a shot. Oh, the Chief with the shot. Geralt taken down 2-0. What a play from him.
Yeah, great plays there. Great crosshair placement. Geralt maybe a little bit too low on there, but it's all right. And the Chief getting hog. This is one of his most favorite heroes, one that he usually picks out all the time in ranked. So this is going to be an interesting round. And as you saw in the chat, Geralt not too happy about it.
Oh, and something else to consider, we've seen Geralt say in the Discord, Geralt, I believe, has played with some different tournaments before that have been on stream. I believe he mentioned GG, like a GGNA tournament. And I think he's played on stream, but he hasn't in a while, so maybe nerves. I mean, I know this isn't maybe as big of a stream, but, you know, the nerves are there. You know, people are watching you and judging you, and the Chief being aggressive here, looking to punish. Hooked back now, 266, and no health to speak of, but he doesn't need it. The melee kill is there to give it a 3-0 lead, and now Geralt, with his work cut out, needs to start making the comeback now.
Yeah, definitely. And maybe, like you said, those nerfs coming out, I don't think I saw a heal from Geralt at all during that Roadhog match. So, like you said, nerfs may be a possibility here. But, again, we move on to another tank here with Zarya. The RNG definitely blessing the Chief here. Kind of unfortunate for Geralt. But we'll see if some mechanics and this bubble management can help him out.
And of course, anything can happen in these 1v1s. We've seen it before. I mean, it just takes that one moment of brilliance or that one moment of luck. And now here are the bubbles from both players. Gerald's falling first. Chief will look to capitalize and get some damage here. And that is a really great aim from the side of the Chief. But Gerald returning the favor. His health is so low, but the Chief only with 32. Oh, and the Chief with 1 health remaining takes it to 4-0.
Yeah, and that's crazy too, because Geralt just had his personal bubble come online right as he died, like the split second. I'm sure he was holding it down, waiting for it to come up, but the management just a little bit better from the Chief. 1 HP better, in fact. So Geralt, though, saying he's got a good hero here, so maybe the comeback is started right
Yeah,
here and
but
now.
one mistake is all you need. It's 4-0. Chief can just capitalize here. There's the health from Gerald healing himself up. Chief just going back and forth and sprinting. Gerald has to run away, trying to zigzag and get behind that cover, able to do so. The right clicks for both, and the Chief does it. A 5-0 over Gerald, the high schooler. I did not
Wow.
expect that. And Chief, just like that, is going to move on to face Greed in the grand finals of this tournament.
That is insane. Like you said, that's not something we expected. We expected both of these guys to be, perfectly even, but Chief, just a little bit better management there. Like we said, maybe a little bit of nerves coming out for the high schooler, but regardless, still great plays from them. Hold their heads high. They did so good, but the Chief moves on. And we will be back with the grand finals of the 1v1 mystery tournament for Homecoming in just a second.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Murray State University Twitch stream. I'm Woogie here with Flavfilth for the grand finals of Homecoming 2021. We're looking to cap off quite a fun weekend with the grand finals of this 1v1 Mystery Heroes tournament. Greed versus the Chief. In game, Greed, you will see his name is Logix. So Greed, aka Logix, versus the Chief. And wow, especially after that last game, Flav. I mean, anything really can happen. It's anybody's game at this point, and any predictions I might have had have been completely thrown out the window.
Yeah, definitely. Like the Chief just maybe getting a little lucky. We see some chat in the Homecoming Discord that we have right now, and the Chief just saying, "Hey man, just chalk it up. I got lucky," that kind of thing, being humble. But I kind of think he's a little bit on the roll. He's gone through the losers bracket, getting convincing wins each time. Brodo, maybe not necessarily a convincing win there, but still clawing his way back. He's been warming up. Logix has just been sitting in the lobby waiting the whole time, at least to my knowledge. So the Chief is a little bit more warmed up. So this may be a really good match here coming out. I hope it goes all the way. And we're going to get right into it.
And here we go. Of course, Greed having quite an advantage here. The last time they played round 2 of the winners bracket, Greed beat the Chief 5-2. And here we are on Genji. Logic saying yes, Chief saying no. I think we know who's happier here. But again, we saw that with the Soldier last time. Anything could happen. The Chief, we have to give him credit, and especially the Chief, man. One of the most humble people I know. Cole is such a nice guy, and we're really lucky to have him with the esports program and at Murray State in general. And with that, I want to give him credit that he has the intelligence to play any of these heroes pretty well, even if he's not mechanically as good at them. And here we are getting some damage onto Logix, but Logix just coming out in the end. Way more of an advantage there for Logix, and that is an easy 1-0 as we head into Moira.
This is gonna be great. I don't know if we've seen this one yet today.
Not today.
But these are my favorite. This is so fun. You just have to, do the right click, and then which orb they're gonna utilize. Are they gonna do healing? Are they gonna do damage? And this, above all else, is about positioning and ability management. But Logic's there, opting for the damage orb. He's gonna regret that, I think.
Yeah, that was a surprise for me. Normally when I'm doing these 1v1s, if it's Moira, it's all about the healing orbs and getting into those positions where you can reflect them. Now, Logix, though, he was able to heal himself up. He got away just in time and now sucking the health of the Chief, who's returning the favor. And here we go. This is the bread and butter of the Moira 1v1. A long, prolonged fight with healing orbs and the suck and just waiting for somebody to get a coalescence. We might even get 2 coalescence out of this. You never know.
Yeah, and again, an aggressive fade there from Logix, and a damage orb as well. This is insane. This is not typical Moira gameplay here, especially in the 1v1 scenario, but I think Logix understands that, so he's going to take a little bit off, get this healing back, and go a little bit aggressive after.
Yeah, I do like the aggression. I want to see something different. Most people, like we said, play that same way where it's the healing orbs constantly, and it's providing a little bit of maybe not risk, but just something interesting to the fight. Waiting behind this barrier, and Chief actually may be wondering, did he move? Did I not? But the control point in 25 seconds will add another layer to this fight, and really, it is going to come.
We're going to hit coalescence.
Moment. Here it is, first coalescence. Now that's Logix first. Now the Chief will pop his seconds, and Logix just whiffing a couple of times as Chief was able to boost around, but again, the coalescence is not going to matter too much.
He dropped the damage orb.
A critical mistake. He dropped down, and now Logix so low on the health, he's going to have to hope he stays alive for the healing orb, but that means he's off the point. He's down 1-1.
Yeah, that was a critical error there. Maybe a misclick or maybe just a miscalculation. Throwing the damage, opting for some extra, but the Chief, just with the sustain of his own healing and the coalescence, just sealed the deal there for him. But now we're going on to a completely different hero, Ashe, which is totally aim-based.
Yeah, I think Logix will probably be happy about this. That's my assumption, at least. That Greed likes these DPS characters, and there it is. Wow, quick, done and dusted, 2-1. Chief didn't even see it coming. For his credit, though, got some damage off pretty quickly, and now, once again, a Zenyatta battle.
This is going to be good here. The Chief, to my knowledge, is pretty experienced. Discord's going to be coming out here. Oh no, Chief did not get a Discord on him, so Logix knows exactly where the Chief is, but it dissipates now. Oh
No, Logix getting the kick right at the end to just kind of, say, get out of here. I mean, he'd already got the kill at that point, but now we head into Zarya, another a tank here for Chief.
Yeah.
This might be in his favor, but again, Zarya, one of those characters where you got to be able to aim to play this character, and Logix will have that, of course. And for right now, they'll right-click until they close the distance, and bubble management crucial. Chief first, Logix second, and right-clicking again, trying to just get that little extra damage. Chief in a little bit of trouble here behind the wall as they play around this barrier, this column here. The bubble's still in effect. Chief so low, bubbling just in time, trying to get a little extra damage before it fades. Logix 5 seconds now on the bubble, coming back, but the Chief is so low. This is very dangerous for him. He needs the bubble, and he doesn't have it already. 4-1. Match point for Greed, aka Logix. And here we are, the Roadhog. Get your hype in, chat. This is an interesting one.
Yeah, definitely. And there is a mini well in the middle of this map. Not many players know about it. It's, just there right in the middle, right in front of Logix from our POV. We're going to see if either of these players try to take it. Logix is trying to.
Oh, he was looking.
Oh, but he lands on the ledge. He lands on the ledge, though. He's safe. Oh, my goodness. The Chief hangs on by a tiny little hair there, grabs his footing on the ledge, and gets this to go a little bit further. But Logix is looking for it again.
Yeah, he wants to send this out with a bang, and I saw his point of view. I was watching him as he approached that. He
the Chief got it.
The Chief actually pulls it off, 4-2 with the hook, and keeps the game alive. Still match point, though. For Logix, this is a lot of work that the Chief needs, and it's Reaper next.
Yeah. And this is not what you want to see if you're the Chief, though, because it seems like Logix has the advantage in the close quarter battles. But, with the shooty shotguns, You know, you got to be pretty up close and personal for those to take care of your enemy, and especially apply those headshots as well. Both players being a little sneaky right now, but I
Yeah,
think
Logic's
Chief.
crouch walking right now.
I think Chief heard the teleport though, so he knows where he ended up going to, but now they're completely away from each other with Logic's taking another teleport onto the far left, but some shots against each other, now they know exactly where each other are.
Just trying to get a little bit of that ult charge maybe and just do a little bit of damage here. Of course, every shot you take with the Reaper is, of course, beneficial to your own health as well here. So, really, this isn't going to do it. Both of them, neither one wants to be aggressive right now. Just ridiculous looking, honestly. Both of them just strafing back and forth.
Yeah.
And,
Well,
I don't know who's going to be more aggressive here.
I was about to say, well, I'm going to be honest, like, Logix is actually winning this duel. As you can see, the Chief's HP is a little bit under half, whereas Logix has only really lost maybe a quarter of his HP, so the Chief, he may get desperate here and have to TP or Wraith in, and that's not what you want to do, especially as the Reaper. You want to wait and let them come to you, but like I said, just missing some shots. Now, sub 100.
Yeah,
He may wait for this.
Chief.
He may wait for this objective to open up and wait for Logix to come down, but I think Logix saw where he went.
Yeah, he's teleported under, but now Logix is going to be completely aware and head down through that top 68 health, and it all comes down to this. 10 seconds remaining, no health packs to speak of. Chief, can he pull out a miracle for Overwatch Gold, or will it be Greed, aka Logix, winning the grand finals? Now on the point, the shots are in, and that is going to do it for the second year in a row, ladies and gentlemen. A high schooler winning the Overwatch 1v1 Mystery Hero Tournament with a big congratulations to Logix Greed from Laverne, Tennessee, the winner of the 2021 Homecoming Overwatch Tournament, and what a weekend it has been.
Yeah, definitely. This has been such great plays from everybody involved. So great, so many great games, but this one here, like you said, the cherry on top, another high schooler winning, a great showing of the esports talent here in the Kentucky region. So great plays from them, great plays from everybody involved so far in this tournament, and we just thank you guys so much for participating.
Yeah, thank you very much to all the viewers, all of the participants. We had a great Rocket League match Friday, Tent City, Rocket League versus Marquette. Go back and watch those VODs if you haven't, and send this VOD out once it's done to all your friends and family, and let them know about Murray State Esports. We still need your support as we continue to grow and expand and become even better. And thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you to our sponsors, Fox Rich Computers, WKNT, and Arista Networks as well. We appreciate everything you do for us, and thank you again to all the viewers, all the staff and faculty and students that make this possible. We appreciate you. We truly, truly do. Flav, any last words before we send it off?
Yeah, just echoing those same sentiments. Thank you to everybody who supported us. As we mentioned in the past couple streams, look out for some information about a high school tournament this week. We're going to send that stuff out this week. So be sure to take a look out for that and sign-ups and stuff like that. Talk to your talk to your advisors, your teachers. Say, hey, we want to do this. It's going to be a great time. We're going to do Rocket League and League of Legends. So stay tuned with our social media, and we will see you guys next time that we're on stream. Thank you.
All right, everybody, have a great night.